Anyway, okay. So what we did here. So what we have here is basically a project. Okay. So it's a project where you're going to be taking a law that was passed in Arizona, and it was passed back in 2010. It was a migration law, an immigration law. And what you're going to be doing is rewriting the law, or portions of the law. You're going to be rewriting in order to try to get an idea of, how laws affect immigration and how laws affect immigration, and how changing the law one way or another can either increase immigration or decrease immigration. Okay, so what you're going to be doing here is looking at, so here's the background of the law that they give you. So the first they give you the background, then you have individual sections of the law that you're going to look at, and it tells you about the law. It gives you the actual section here. So for example, here's section 2B, okay, and this says the section talks about directing police to question anybody that they reasonably suspect of unauthorized status, of being an illegal immigrant. Okay, so you're going to break it down here. You're going to look first. You're going to look at the actual law, and you're going to answer these questions here. So, what do you think is a reasonable suspicion? Why is this section? Why was this inserted into this portion of the law? So this is all part of the same law that you're going to take apart and put back together. So it's going to ask you these things, and then it has the same thing for there's section 2B, section 3. This is just legalese here. Section 5C and section 6. Okay, so each one of these talks about how the police interact with an immigrant, and whether or not they are illegal or not, whether or not they can stop them. When they stop them, does it have to be can they just suspect that they're illegal, or do they have to be in the middle of committing a crime, something like that? So what it's asking you to do now is at the very end, you can see here. Okay, so you're going to take each section, and you're going to basically, it's a presentation, but it's not have you used PowerPoint before?
Yeah.
Okay, so great. So what you're going to be doing is you don't actually have to present it. You're just going to be printing out the sheets and turning those in. But what you're going to be doing is changing each section that they give you. Okay, so each one of these sections, you're going to go into it. You're going to pretend you're a jurist. You're going to pretend you're a politician. And you're going to say, okay, if I were to go back in and change this part of the law, how would I change it? What would, and then if I were to change it, you may not want to change it. You may think it's a great idea. If you do change it, then what would the effect be? Okay, so right here, it tells you this is what each page of the PowerPoint is going to look at. The summary of the section. Okay, so you'll just say like section 2B. Okay, then you'll talk about what are some challenges to each section. So that's one of the things you're going to be writing down on each of these pages, kind of taking notes beforehand before you charge into it. What changes, if any, would you be making? Okay, would the change promote or discourage immigration to the U.S.? So would you make it, more stringent? More. Would you make more enforcement, less enforcement? Would that happen? Would that make a difference one way or another? And then when it says evidence from your work in the packet or outside research, it basically means that you would say, based on what I've read in the packet and other laws that you're going to look at in the packet, based on that, it looks like this is why this is going to happen. Okay, and you're also going to look in the book, because it gives you some research in the book, and there's also some videos throughout the packet. Anytime you see, let me just show you here, because this will all factor into the project. Anytime you see, there's a little square here with a video. I wonder if they have it in this one. Maybe there's not that much. Okay, well, in any case, any kind of evidence that you find, either in the packet or in the book, you can bring into it and say, based on how things were when immigration laws were enforced back in 1908, might be something you look in here. I think immigration will be changed by this way. So you're going to do this for each one of these sections. So basically, it's going to be when you do make your presentation, which you're just going to attach to this, you're going to have about 1 page for each one of these laws. Okay, so you're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4 pages on that, and then each page is going to have these things on it. Okay, does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's actually kind of cool because you get a chance to look at it the way a politician would, somebody who makes laws. You have a chance to look at it that way, and that way you get a better sense of what they look at, what they have to go through, and also your personal views are going to come into it too, because there's due as well. There are political views going there as well. So, do you have any questions about that? I know I hit you with a lot, but you have a lot of time to do this. It's not like get it done in a day. So you have a lot of time to do this. And if you have any questions, please come and see me, because that's what I'm here for. I already know all this stuff, so I might as well use it for something, right?
Yeah.
So that's about it for that. So do you have any questions, at least at the moment? And if not, I know you probably will later.
It's pretty simple.
Pretty simple, yeah. It is pretty straightforward. I don't know if it's simple, but at least it's straightforward.
Yeah.
So that's the important thing. Okay, cool. Well then, I send you back over there. Take this in good health
Thank you.
and enjoy. You're welcome. Nice meeting you. I will see you later.